Welcome back to Part 6 of this 10-part introductory series on ArcGIS Online Map Viewer. Now that we understand what data is on our map, we can start using Map Viewer's visualization tools to style it. The practice of using visual elements, color, shape, size, and icons to clearly and accurately represent information on a map is called symbology. Before we style anything, let's make sure our layers are displaying at the right zoom levels. When you have data at multiple geographic scales, for instance state, county, and census tract, each layer should only appear when it's actually useful to the viewer. Open the Properties pane by clicking the Properties button on the right-hand side. Scroll down to Visible Range. The black triangle marks your current zoom level. The blue bar, with circles at either end, shows the zoom range at which this layer will display. Click on the State layer in the Layers pane, and then check its visible range. You can see that the black triangle is outside of the blue bar. That's why the State layer isn't currently showing. Click and drag the bar until it covers the triangle, and the state level data will reappear. One thing to keep in mind: if two layers are set to display at the same zoom level, the one listed higher in the Layers pane, in this case the State layer, will appear on top. Now let's look at how to visualize different variables. Click on County in the Layers pane, and zoom so that the county level data is visible. Next, open the Styles pane on the right-hand side. This is where Map Viewer is currently being told to display the percent of population in dependent age groups variable. Hit the X next to that variable, and the map will stop visualizing county-level data and default to a flat orange color. Now click the plus field button and choose Total Population. Because this is a numeric field, Map Viewer will suggest styles suited to numeric data. The default here is Counts and Amounts, Size, which places proportionally sized circles over each county. This works well in many cases, but the circles make it hard to see and interpret our Big 12 institutions' point data. So let's look at other options. Counts and Amounts, Color, shades each county according to its total population, a cleaner option when you have point data that you don't want to cover up. Dot Density fills each county with dots, where each dot represents a set number of people. In this case, it's 1,150. This is a compelling style for showing distribution, but it can get visually busy. For this map, I'll go with Counts and Amounts, Color. It contrasts well underneath our point layer. Not all data is numeric. Text-based, or categorical data, requires a different approach. Click on the State layer and zoom out until it's visible. In the Styles pane, hit the X next to percent of population in dependent age groups, click the plus field button, and choose State Name. Map Viewer will assign each unique value its own color. By default, it limits display to 10 colors, grouping everything else into a gray Other category. This is often a good practice. The more distinct colors on a map, the harder it becomes to read. When colors carry discrete meaning, for example election results or survey responses, it's best to limit the number of colors used. For this map, however, we want each state to have its own color. Under Style Options, you can expand beyond the default 10 and assign colors to all states. I'll do that now. Once you've done that, clicking Symbol Style lets you choose an overall color scheme. Finally, point-based layers have their own set of style options. Click on the Big 12 Institutions layer in the Layers pane. Then in the Styles pane, you'll see you have two options: Location Single Symbol, which displays each point with the same icon, and Heat Map, which visualizes point density across the map. Heat maps work best when you have a large number of points. For a smaller dataset like this one, Single Symbol is a better choice. Under Style Options, you can browse a wide array of shapes and icons. I'll navigate to the Government section and search for University to find a fitting point for these institutions. You can also adjust the size of the points to something that looks nicer on your map. In the next video, part 7 of this series, we'll cover how to create descriptive pop-ups that tell stories about your data.